I'm still at home here and still working, still teaching, still coaching. Great to be with you today. It's Tuesday, the 30th. I think we've got one more day till it's pinch of the punch. Pinch of the punch for the first of the month. What I want to talk about today is people leadership. So this is for you if you're in a role where you manage a team and manage people. There's actually a path you can take. There's a journey you can go on, and I know everyone uses the J word, but there's some steps that you can take to take you from someone who doesn't feel confident or comfortable as a people leader to someone who's feels like that's part of who they are and is confident with the practices and habits they've got in place and know that they're working. So if you get this wrong, if you're on the other side of not feeling comfortable as a people leader, actually what you should be doing is probably be in an individual contributor role, being in a technical role where you're solving technical problems. If you get this right, you actually realize that your skill is being able to engage and motivate other humans, okay? So these are the steps involved if you're keen to kind of go on that, become an amazing human leader or people leader. So just let me share this with you. It won't take long. And why I want to share this with you is because for you, I want you to think about where you're at in your development as a people leader and what stage do you sort of need to focus on next. All right. So here's the thing. Essentially, if you think about building yourself as a leader, there's three ways we do that. The first thing we can do is focus on what you know. Okay, so this is all the knowledge, skills, thinking, knowledge and skills you've got in terms of how to be a great people leader. The second thing is, and by the way, we should always be continually learning, right? And never stop. Okay, so we want to keep building our skills. The second is what we can do. And, you know, leadership is not just what we say, it's also what we do. And most of the people, the staff, the people we interact with, vendors, suppliers, you know, other leaders, peers, customers, all of those people are really affected by mostly what we do with them, our actions, not just our words. And then the final level here is how we think. Now, here's the thing is that, you know, for many people, they think leadership is just about what you know. And what can happen is that, you know, you can have an MBA and learn as much as you can, but you never make the transition into understanding that it's actually more about, in the moments that matter, it's what you do, okay? And then once you've got all the do nailed in terms of what you're doing, the trick then is to be able to realize that it's literally how you think about problems. And you start to make a transition to being really aware of yourself and that actually your thinking drives your behavior. So here's the journey, right? We want you to shift, ideally as a people leader, at all three levels, but we want to know which level is going to help you right now. So the framework looks like this. Do it in orange. The first shift to become a people leader is what we call a mindset shift. Okay, now I know everyone talks about mindset shifts. What is a mindset? A mindset is what you believe to be true when you're in front of someone you've got to lead. Okay, so if you don't believe, if you don't care about the person genuinely, their development, their motivation, their productivity, what's going to happen is that they're going to know it. They're going to see it in your behavior. So two things that have got to happen here. First one is you've got to genuinely care about people, right? And you've got to massively kind of commit to the role, because if you're half in, half out, people know it, okay? So that's the first step, is your mindset, your thinking. The second thing we need are then habits. Now, I would just want you to stop for a minute and think about what sort of daily or weekly habits have you got in place as a people leader? All right, so how often do you meet with your staff? How often do you talk about their performance? How often do you review their performance, give them feedback? Now, this doesn't have to take up all your time, but I would say that the difference between great people leaders is that they recommend that people, they know that people notice what they do, not just what they say. And the great people leaders are the ones that can do kind of what this arrow says here, right? They're the ones who can put their knowledge about leadership into action. So is the gap for you those daily, weekly, monthly systems that you've got in place? And what systems would you want to put in place that would improve it around performance, feedback, coaching your people, one-on-one meetings, stuff like that. Okay. The third level is, and by the way, this is all additive. So, we kind of need the mindset. And then the first step is to put some daily habits in place, the foundations of people leadership. That then gives us the permission to really inspire performance. Okay. And inspiration is really about the fact, can we motivate people to give discretionary effort? Okay. And, you think about a person, if I draw it, you think about someone here, which is, if that, is like a jug, let's put a little handle on it, or a cup, and that's 100% of their capacity. And, right now they may be giving you, well, let's go less than that, maybe. They're giving you half their capacity. To what extent can you motivate them to close that gap, where they're giving you their heart and soul? Okay, so I'm not going to go on too long about this. I think you get the point. Leadership is about what you know, what you do, and how you think. And if you want to be a great people leader, there's kind of 3 steps or 3 stages. There's being aware of your mindset towards the team and the people you lead and the stakeholders around you. There's, remember, over there, or was it that way? I can't remember. The daily, weekly habits. Have a look down there. The daily, weekly habits. Performance, feedback, coaching. Which of those have you got in place? And then the final is, to what extent, once you've done all that, can you inspire them to go beyond just what they're paid for, to give you that discretionary effort, so their heart and soul is completely in their work? So little bit of call to action at the end. Leave me a comment below if this has inspired you to make some changes. What are those changes that you're going to make as a people leader? And like always, if you're watching this on Facebook, you're watching on my blog, there's a button down below, a message where you can get in contact if there's a need you've got in your organization to develop this skill. Talk you through how I do it for you and for others. Talk soon. Take care. Have a wonderful week.